Hey, what's up? What's up? How are you guys doing today? You know what's crazy is I think at my house I'm going to switch to this microphone. I think at my house I'm going to switch to this microphone. I actually really like it. Anyhow, I don't know why I said that, but I'm going to do that. Long story short though, it is Friday, January 24th. I am tired, but let's get this done. Okay, so let's handle the business. Make sure that you turn in this graphing 1.3. This assignment, the CK12, is just a reading and then a short little quiz, and then you're good to go. So make sure you turn that in. All right. I do want to say today is National Compliment Day. So give someone a compliment. Okay, give someone a compliment. All right. I did hear one compliment. So remember, compliments should be encouraging, should be something you like, or should maybe be something you admire about someone, but not like someone said, I really like how yellow your teeth are. I'm like, come on, fam. Y'all need to chill with that. Y'all you went too far. All right, let's keep it pushing. I do want to say this also. Please make sure that if you have an issue with an assignment at all, leave a comment on Canvas on the assignment. All you have to do is click on Canvas, right? Click on grades, and then click on the assignment. That's all you got to do. Leave the comment. Totally cool. If you leave me an email, then I'm going to leave you this comment. Also, I'm going to send you this email where it says name right there. That's where I'm going to put your name. Okay. And I'm going to send you this, and then I want you to comment on Canvas. Now, I do want to say this. If you left a comment, please do not send an email, because now I have two emails for the exact same thing. So please do not send an email if you left a comment, because it already generates a comment. See how it says submission comment right there? That's exactly the email that it's going to send. Okay. Also, make sure that you give me 24 to 48 hours to respond or to grade things. Especially most of the people who are leaving comments, it's really about like late work. So I'm like, chill on that. Chill. It'll get graded. But just remember, if you would have turned it in on time. This is the thing. If you turn it in on time. So I want to say if you would have. If you turn it in on time, then it will be graded on time. So it would have already been graded. So I just want to make sure that that's clear out there. Okay, next thing's next. Okay, so we talked about this yesterday. We went through quite a few things, and I think this is about where we ended up. Oh, not here. So we're going to talk about this. So we're going to delete that, and then we're going to go back here to gravitational force. We're also going to delete that, by the way. Preview of what we're going to do. Okay, so we did all of this yesterday. We got about this far. So, Mr. Farr is going to say pause as you need it. I'm just going to walk through each step. Pause if you need it. Most of these steps we have done all before. So we've gotten all this done. All of the data goes from mass all the way down to the 2.97. So I'm just going to go ahead and hold down shift, and I'm going to click there, select all of that information there. Then what I'm going to do is say insert, and I'm going to say insert the chart. I think I'm like scaled in too much, so I'm gonna go down to 90%. That way everything can be seen. I'm gonna go ahead and go from column, and I'm gonna change it to a scatter chart. I think on there it says to do line chart, but scatter chart's gonna be better. We tried both, and we ended up coming out with scatter chart being better. So that is cool. Then we're gonna look at and say, hey, is this well? Does all the data fit on there? And the thing that will help you too is if you look at the data, this is mass, 10, 10, that's not going to work. You need the minimum to be lower, and then the top is 40. So we're going to look at a couple different ones real quick. So some people wanted to go with 5, which I'm okay with going with 5, right? And then some people wanted to go to 45, which is cool, right? Some people wanted to say, well, that gives a lot of stuff in the middle where we can't really tell exactly what it is. So some people said, well, let's go 50. Now that gives you all the 5s. It does leave you quite a bit of space over here, leaves you a little bit of space over there. Some people wanted to try 0. Now, this is where you kind of got to select which one do you like better. I'm going to go with 5 to 50, okay? And then, because that gives you the individual ones, the 5, 10, 15, 20, so it gives you that. Okay, cool. Next thing that we are going to do is I'm going to go ahead and close horizontal axis, and then I'm going to go to series, and I'm going to put the trend lines on. So I'm going to go ahead and put that trend line on. Boom, I'm going to leave it as linear. I'm going to put the opacity opacity. That's what I'm going to go with that pronunciation. And I'm going to turn it to 100. Okay, so we're good there. Now the things we need to do is double click here. We're going to go ahead and bold that. Double click there, bold that. Double click there, bold that. Here, we're going to bold that thing and then click here. And this is in the subtitle, bold that thing. Then we're going to double click on the chart title and then we're also going to bold that. Okay, we're going to center it, which is cool. And then we're also going to put in black. Now, we're going to do that and we're going to move this so it's not blocking the actual data table. All right, cool. So now we're cooking, right? So couple of things though. One thing is we do have a horizontal axis title. We do not have a vertical axis title. So an easy way to be able to open that is go to the chart editor and then we're going to go to customize. Now if you look here, I got to scroll up. You look here, you can see all the different options. There's quite a few options. There's two places you might want to think: vertical axis or chart and axis titles. We're looking for a title, so let's go in there. And then if you click here, you can see that there's chart title, chart subtitle, which the chart subtitle is this area right here. This is the chart title, chart subtitle. Horizontal is going to be down here, and then vertical is going to be the one that we're looking for. And we're going to go ahead and I've already have this typed in because I've done this before multiple times today, and you can see I misspelled it a couple times, but that's okay. This is the one. So gravitational forces, and again, pause as you're needing. I'm just going to walk through this whole thing. So the gravitational forces, and then we're going to go ahead and bold that thing as well. Okay, now we're looking pretty good. Here's part of our problem though. If everything looks good, let's read the title. From distances of 4 meters and from distances of 6 meters. What from distances of 4 meters and what from distances of 6 meters? We should have something to do with gravitational force and mass because that's what's on this graph. So let's talk about something like this. How about, instead of saying how, let's go changes in gravitational forces as mass and distance changes. Totally cool. Okay, so there we go there. Now this is how it kind of looks. I wish we could, I don't know if you can, but I'm gonna try something. Well, no, I'm gonna leave it as it is. This is a pretty good title. All right, and we're doing pretty good. And so there we are. So all of this part is now done as far as the graph is concerned. So what we're going to do is we're going to invert the colors of the graph just to show you how it would look in black and to show you that sometimes if you put it in black, it will look better and it will stand out. So again, you're going to go to edit chart. Okay, so we've got everything done, all the titles, everything looks good, everything's bolded, the numbers, all the data's on there, the trend lines, everything's cool. But we're just going to invert it and then see how that looks. So chart style, we're going to go ahead and go into there. By the way, you can change the overall font all at once right there. Also, what we're going to do is background color, which is right here. Boom. Background color, we're going to change that to black. No big deal. Just double click where the title was at, right? And then we're just going to change that to white. Boom. And then now it will show up. Okay. And then, oops. White. Boom. And then let me move myself up out the way. Oops, I don't know where I went. Oh well, it is what it is. If you can see me, you can see me. If you can't, it's okay. Double click, because we're just double clicking, changing all these jokers to white. Boom. Now we're gonna do something slightly different here, just so I can show it to you. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and move this over here. Let me click out of that because I don't like how that's clicked right there. Okay, so we are now clicked here, right, on these legends, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say text color, and I'm gonna use this dropper. Now this dropper will change to whatever color you are over, as you can see as I'm going through. So there's that line. I'm gonna move it over till I see the blue, and then bam, it's gonna change the text to that color. Now I do want to change this font in particular, right? So I'm going to go ahead and say auto, and I'm going to get the dropper again, and then I'm going to go all the way down to where this red is at. Boom, I want that red. And again, this could work for all sorts of things. So I just wanted to show you guys that you can customize the colors. So as you can see, now the graph really pops out because we've inverted the colors, and it makes it look different than what it normally looks like. So this is totally a good thing if, right, like if you think you might want to do that. And again, there's not a ton of color on here, but the little bit of color really pops and makes the graph interesting, right? So this is just an option of things you can do, okay? I want to also show you guys this. Down here, right here, where the sheet name is at, you can delete the sheet, you can duplicate the sheet, you can copy it, you can rename it, you can change the color of it, you can protect the sheet. And that's if you're working together and you want to show someone the sheet, but you don't want them to be able to change. You can actually put a lock on each sheet, okay? And then so change the color. I want you to change the color. I changed mine to purple, and if you look way down, you're going to see the purple way at the bottom. So if you look at baseball, ice cream, abscesses doesn't have any color, but then gravitational forces does have color. And I changed it to purple because there's red and blue. I didn't have any other reason besides that. All right. Cool. Next thing is plant growth, and this should be already done. If not, please pause the screen and then go ahead and get this typed up if you do not have this already. Again, pause the screen, go at your own pace. All right, Mr. Farr is doing it moving. So plant group is not part of it. Just remember, we could have said plant groups 1 through 7. We could have said plant group A, B, C, D. We could have done like that. We could have said plant group like blue, red, green. So the plant groups is not actually part of the actual data of the experiment. The data of the experiment is what was the pH the soil the plants were in, and then how high did they grow. That's it. So that's the data that we're going to select. So I'm going to hold down shift, and I'm going to go ahead and select this data here. Then I'm going to go ahead and say insert, and I'm going to insert the chart. Cool. Just like we've done before. Now I'm going to double click here, and then I'm going to be like, all right, text, we're going to put it on black. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and center that thing, bold it. That's totally cool. Double click there. Again, bold it, no problem. I'm going to bold the numbers as well. Again, I'm just double clicking and bolding. Double clicking and bolding. That's all I'm doing. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and shrink down this graph just a little bit and then move it over here to an area that is good. Okay, cool. And then I am now ready to look at this data and say, okay, does the data fit in here? And again, just like last time, it looks like the data does not fit. So 6, so we need it to be lower than that. So I'm going to double click there because we got to lower the value. So let's just try like 5.5. Does that fit? It fits. It looks pretty decent. We'll keep taking a look. Then the highest is 7.2. So since we said 5.5, we're going to go with 7.5. And again, you're kind of doing a guessing game because you could have easily said 5.8, right? You could have easily said 5.8, and then I would be like 7.4. So you easily could have made the, and again, the data fits, so it's not a big deal either way, okay? I think I like the 5.5. I think it's a little bit easier to read the data, but again, you've got to kind of like figure that out and play with it as you see. Oh, that's 7.6. 0.5. Okay, cool. So then what we're going to do now is the last thing for today is we are going to put the trend line on it. The trend line is in series, okay? Hopefully you remember that. We'll put the trend line, and then we usually use the one that's linear. I'm going to go ahead and put 100%, and then I'm going to change the color, and I'm going to change it to black. Now, linear is not the only one that is possible for you to use, okay? So there's linear, there's exponential, there also is polynomial, right? There also is logarithmic, there also is power series, and there also is moving average. This is the one that I feel like best fits the data. I think because of the straight lines of it. The polynomial kind of fits, but I think I just like this one best because of the straight lines of it. So it gives us that feel of linear, but also it kind of adjusts as the data is adjusting. So this is the one that I like the most. So this is as far as you need to get for today. Again, pause the videos, take them at your own pace. I would go back and watch videos. If you feel like you're like, I don't know, then go back and watch videos. Even if you were in class, go back and watch the videos and build the graph from the ground up. Go from square one all the way through. That way you can constantly get more practice and a feel for what's going on. All right, y'all. Other than that, have an awesome weekend. Love y'all. Peace.